And a good morning to you. Good morning. This is Joel Hawksley introducing you to the morning poop. Oh my goodness, do we feel good today? I hope so. So, I want to get right into a lot of different things, but I was just thinking, what better way to start the day than have a little fun? So, I'm going to ask you who I am, and you just tell me what you think. Let us not emphasize all on which we differ, but all we have in common. Let us consider not what we fear separately, but what we share together. Okay, you didn't like that one. You didn't like that one. Then we have, my fellow Americans, ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what you can. Sorry. My fellow Americans, ask not what you can do. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what your country can do for you. So having fun. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't get it out of my head this morning. A little bit of home, a little bit of JFK. It's kind of funny. Must have been really great at the kitchen table with a family like that. Don't ask what you can do without the salt, but ask what the salt can do for your food. So I'm telling you, it is a great day. David's in the house.
Hello.
And John has been very active, and I mean he's been incredible. That little graphic I showed at the very beginning, if you saw it, was our all our social media, which I'm really trying. Look, I am really trying as hard as I can to do the social as best I can. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot going on, and it's amazing. I go to bed last night. I wake up this morning, and the whole conversations have changed. It just moves so fast, so incredibly fast. So we a lot of people may wonder, okay, why is this called the morning poop? Well, I'm going to get to that in this episode. And if this episode goes more than 30 minutes, that's fine, because I'm honestly in a good mood today. I'm trying to share. I'll try not to do as many visuals because I do have audio podcasts out there. So those people that can't see, they may go, what's going on? I mean, there's a blank spot there or something. So I'm just going to run over to my email real quick because you never know exactly what you're going to get. But I wake up this morning, and thank you. It's the only time I'm going to thank Bezos and the Washington Post because I think they have a really cool with Tess Holman and Jamie Ross do a great job presenting the 7 is what it's called. And I just want to share what they say are the top topics. And I'm not going to go into what they've written because I mean it's theirs. And it's their copyright. It's the Washington Post. But I'm telling you what it says because I thought it was interesting. The number 1 of the 7, the Ukraine's president made a historic trip to Washington, D.C. He abandoned his troops to see Joe Biden. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. You can't make this shit up. A dangerous storm has started to sweep through the central U.S. Please be safe. I mean, I can't joke about that one. I know what it's like being here in Florida, what it's like to have those storms. Newly released footage shed more light on the Uvalde school shooting. Oh my goodness, can there be more? Could there be more than the nothing that they did? Oh, I mean, I'm all for law enforcement, but that was a failure from the beginning. They're unprepared. Those poor children. A potentially deadly form of strep A is popping up around the U.S. What's strep B? I don't know. But strep A does not sound good. But does strep sounds good at all? Yeah, that's a terrible thing. So John's in the house now. Hey. So now number 5, the Taliban banned female students from all universities in Afghanistan. Well, is that news? Wait a minute. Did anybody think that wasn't going to happen? Joe Biden, thank you very much. You set women's rights back hundreds of years when you pulled out of Afghanistan that way. And you know what? Women will still support you. And I have no clue why. Sorry about that, guys. Major changes could be coming to your retirement plan. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to read that one. Oh my goodness. I do have to say there's going to be 2 key changes. Automatic enrollment in 401k plans for most employees, and a contribution matching provided by the government for people making less than 71,000. Okay, so I took a little 71,000. If you're making 71,000, they'll be matched by the government.
I'll take that free money.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we didn't print enough money as it is. There's a new most liked Instagram post, and
Is it a Kardashian?
it's not a Kardashian. So what did we just do? We just went through the World Cup. So what do you think it would be? Soccer superstar Lionel Messi's celebratory post after Argentina's triumph at the World Cup on Sunday. It has more than 71 million likes. The same amount of thousands of dollars you're going to get matched for. 70, I say, it's kind of funny. 71,000 or 71 million. I know you guys would be all on me and saying, hey, Joel, that doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter at all because it's just money, right? And you know, Messi's only getting what? I don't know. I couldn't even believe how much money he's getting, but I'm sure this is it, right?
It's probably
This is him.
more than.
Is this him getting done, or?
This is probably the end of his World Cup career.
Okay, because I'm just saying.
Playing for
You look a little older than most.
Yeah. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, there's a lot of goats nowadays.
Yeah, I can tell you, it's not Ronaldo.
And then social media today. That was interesting this morning. I saw this. So I'm now probably Twitter's biggest fan.
Hey.
I have no idea what's going on. But since Elon Musk has taken over, I don't know if it's just what people are saying or the fact that they're allowed to say anything. But I'm finding a lot more interesting things to read about. And listen, Elon Musk going all the way to the World Cup to watch the finals and just happens to be in a luxury box with important people that can afford it, and Trump's son-in-law is there. I don't care. You know, I don't care who is there. Yes, he's rich. Okay, maybe he's going over there to get some people to invest with him in his private company, Twitter. I mean, I don't know what he's doing, but he's going to enjoy a game, and he can afford that. And yes, you can track his plane, you can do anything you want to, but the man is doing a service by saying, look, let's have free speech. And I would think that the press, most of all, would believe in free speech. Now, if you want to put it down, you want to fight with lies and everything else, then you tell the Supreme Court when it was under the Democrat, why then did you allow you gave them permission to lie. Now I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to get into all that, but I know that you guys that the Supreme Court made a decision, and that decision was that people can lie about their military awards and decorations because everybody was going crazy because this guy was saying he had medals that he didn't have. So, however, it got in front of the Supreme Court ruled on it, and they said, you're allowed to lie. So, if Donald Trump is telling the big lie, then it's your job to prove that he's telling a lie. And see, so far right now, I want to put it like this. Nobody's proved that there's been fraud, but don't forget, nobody's proved there hasn't been fraud. So I'm not taking sides on this, but I'm going to let you know that you've been calling a big lie, but you have not been developing a good plan for everybody to say, hey, absolutely, it was not stolen. So every bit of fraud, everything that goes on, it happens. So I'm off that subject. If you want to know, I was MAGA when MAGA was real. I was MAGA when it was first quoted. Yes, you may steal. You may want to do the same thing that the President of the United States has done. You may want to plagiarize a former president, but MAGA was Ronald Reagan. Look it up. Here's one. So I'm a Christian. I'll say that right off the bat because, Christians get a bad name too because a lot of them lost their Bible somewhere along the way and they think that Jesus Christ has been replaced by Donald Trump. And I'm not joking. I want to say it seriously. There is a Republican cult out there that's it. And that's why you get crazy crap. January 6th committee. January 6th committee, guess what they did? You don't have to guess. You knew it was going to be the outcome when it started. So they've sent it over to the DOJ. Okay? They want Donald Trump in jail. What was it when we were running against Hillary Clinton? Lock her up? You always got to be careful when you say stuff like that because it's going to come back to bite you. Some people talk about karma. I know nothing about it. But look, I challenge the Republicans because I am a Republican and 100% Republican. Now, I'll tell you what a rhino is. A Republican in name only is somebody who believes in higher taxes, tariffs, a person that doesn't care what we're doing and spending all that money. Look, I am so tired of putting people in office that tell me they're going to be conservative, they're going to be fiscally conservative, and they go and they spend more money than the last guy. Donald Trump was not saving money. He wasn't saving money. He was spending it. And he was doing a really good job of spending it. And then we come along with the Biden administration and we're just printing more money. So enough is enough. The parties need to take a look at themselves in the mirror and they need to say, what are we doing? Where are we going? What are the rules? Because if you're going to call people rhinos and you're going to believe in tariffs, taxes, you're going to put people, hardworking Americans. How do you put America first when you put people out on their ear? Now, I do elections and I watch elections very carefully. And when you watch elections very carefully, the one thing you know is what states in a presidential election you need to watch. Now, if I'm Donald Trump and, I have my staff all around me, first of all, they definitely don't want to get fired. And you know what? If you only want to put yes men around you, if you only want to put people that kiss your butt, then you're not going to ever see clearly. Arizona. I don't care how bad the elections are in Arizona. Look, Lake can sue all she wants to. She can move things forward. That's not for me to say. But I'll tell you, if I was the president of the United States in the last election, I would have made sure I put a forgiveness tour together in Arizona. Because people wanted you to apologize. And I know you're never going to apologize for anything. I'm sorry is not something Donald Trump is going to say because he's never wrong, right? John McCain didn't deserve to be treated the way he was treated. From a draft dodging president of the United States to say what he did. And for soldiers, if you even say that you supported him because of that, then that's even worse. That's even worse. So, I mean, let's get to reality. The future is Ron DeSantis. The future is somebody who can stand up, say it like it is, hold the media accountable, show the media is absolutely editing to the point where it's changing the story, which we've seen. That's the one thing I like about Ron DeSantis is when they go after him, he's like, okay, that's well edited because that's what they want to get across. But let's show everybody the rest of the story. And that's what he does. So I could rant and rave and I could get crazy, but I'm not going to. I am a Ronald Reagan Republican. I don't believe that we can continue down this road of Donald Trump. Donald Trump needs to drop off. He needs to drop off the trail, bow out nicely and disappear because it's getting old. You can name all your buildings. You can do everything you want. Your brand is important. That's fine. Because that's all you've ever done is brand yourself. Well, we need you to move along because you're not a Republican. You've never been a Republican. You did hire a lot of Republicans. The only thing we can be proud of is the fact that you got the Supreme Court, stacked in our favor. And even then, you have to give that credit to our senators who worked tirelessly. Merrick Garland, he may be gunning for you, but he's going to be gunning for you because you didn't do it, but our senators kept him off the Supreme Court because of you. And so you got to pick. And I'm proud of the picks you got so far. They're not embarrassing. The media tried to tear him up, and that's the thing I hate. The fact that to get on the Supreme Court, you got to go through all that hell. Okay, guys. Another thing on social media, Democrats, stop looking childish. You don't know what it's like when you're scrolling along and you see somebody all excited about something, ridiculous. Like the only person to vote for Donald Trump's thing was Clarence Thomas. Okay. So we should impeach him. Shit. Democrats, you didn't even know what a fucking impeachment was until your president got impeached because he couldn't keep himself away from the interns. And then, okay, that's the second. Now, I'm going to put this out there, right? The only two impeachments up to Donald Trump were Democrats. So you had to get Donald Trump 2 impeachments, 2, to make up for the other 2. You can't make this shit up. I've never figured, why would you impeach somebody when the man has lost and you're getting him out of office? Do you think that might have just been a little bit too much? I don't know.
Which is true.
So, I mean, I'm confused. I don't know what a Democrat is. I don't know what a Republican is. But don't look childish by saying we got to impeach Clarence Thomas. Clarence Thomas barely says anything. And his wife is not on the Supreme Court. Okay? You like about, oh, we can attack the wife. We can attack the wife. Oh, but the minute Merrick Garland decides to pick a independent prosecutor, what's the first thing the Republicans went after? The wife for being involved with Michelle Obama. Guys, it's getting tiresome. Leave the family alone. Both sides. And let me tell you another thing. You're going to find that every single thing that the Democrats were saying when they controlled the Congress, and everything the Republicans were going to say, they're just going to switch the conversation. They're just going to cross over, and this is why you get those nice flip-flop videos, because you can only support stuff so long. And those congressmen that are going to get to go to the ethics committee, I want to remind the January 6th committee, which most of you aren't going to be around anyways. Guess what? The ethics committee is going you got to have a Republican majority. I think that was a little late, so, and a little overboard. Oh, where am I? Damn, I'm just ranting all morning. See, this is why this needs to be, I need to get you out here on the live show so that you can put your comments in, so you can saying, oh, Joel, you're full of shit, or Joel, I agree with you, or don't go after Donald Trump, don't go after Biden. Listen, I want to say this in the worst way, and it's like eating me up inside. Stop electing old people. What we're going to put 90-year-olds in as president nowadays? Come on, get the old people out. Get some young blood in. Let's get somebody who knows what's going on and what has children. Because if you have children, you know that you're going to be working for your children. Okay, I said it. Let's put that amendment out there. I mean, you can be 35 years old to be president of the United States. Okay, Frost. If we put somebody in at 35, okay, let me tell you, at least they're going to be able to get housing. But where's that one? Oh shoot, I can't even find it. Is it this one? Oh no. Too bad. Maybe the green one.
We should label
them. Wrong again. Hey, we do have them labeled, but the thing is just look, we're having fun. David's pushing the wrong buttons.
I'm always pushing the wrong buttons. Well played.
So, we've tried the green. We've tried it. You know, it is probably the orange.
This one?
The orange. Nope. That means it's got to be the blue or the purple.
50.
No, the purple was the purple was Twilight Zone. Nope. Try that one. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. So, oh man, am I having too much fun today? Oh, so I said, look, David took the David Washington show to the next level.
Ooh.
And he's only started his. I'm on episode 11 already of bloviating the worst crap on the radio or on the podcast you could possibly get. Yes, I wiped my ass after that one. Okay. Listen, he went deep And I haven't gone deep into these things because I try to avoid those things. 'Cause I want to cry.
Come on.
I don't want to cry in front of people. I want to drive. I want to drive the car. Okay, so oh, you missed it. Yeah, I started out with a little fun, and I couldn't get the second saying out from the life of me, so I embarrassed myself, which is it's really that's what I like to do. I love to embarrass myself. It's fun, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be doing a couple of things while I'm talking. I'm gonna try to concentrate. So, who gives the title of this show is Who Gives a dot 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 about us? So, fill in the blanks. That's one of those that's the proper way to use, okay, all you young people, that's the proper way to use the three dots. It's the beginning of a sentence and the end of a sentence. And you're taking something out of the middle. So everybody knows that. None of this dot 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 and then you start a new sentence. It's not periods are done. They're not periods. Whoo! I'm on a roll today. So, oh yeah, I would be the jackass on there correcting your spelling. Especially when here's the thing. When you're trying to do something and sound really intelligent, you really put a lot of thought into that saying, and you tweet it out, and you use the wrong your or there, be prepared. Somebody's going to call you out because you look stupid when you try to put a smart comment. So delete it. You know, Grammarly is a great tool. Not if you're into PR, but you could use a little bit of Grammarly when you do these things, and it'll let you tear the sentence up. It'll let you use your ats and everything else. But at least you won't be putting in the wrong there because it's going to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't want to look stupid? I just plugged Grammarly. Grammarly! You just got a plug from me. Send your money to David Washington.
I need it.
Okay? So, we'll take that up the next time. So, I am looking for something because I've written a book. Now I'm editing it. So if you were to buy it today, it was published with absolutely no eyes on it. I mean, it tears me up when I take a look at this thing and I see the misspellings and the punctuation problems. I am embarrassed, but I'm editing it myself. You know, it's hard because when you type it out and you send it to somebody to review, and it doesn't get reviewed, makes you pretty upset. But the book is called Bring America Together Again. Who are you looking? Why are you looking to DC for that? A book about sex, money, religion, and politics. Yeah, it's a big title, but all you have to remember is Bringing America Together Again. Nice small book. It'll be a little bigger, but I told you I'd get on to the point where I'm going to tell you why we call this the morning poop. So I'm going to put in fuck you into the, there you go. That's the fastest way to find it. I don't cuss. I try not to cuss a lot, but it happens. So I'm going to read an excerpt from my book. Now, I'm going to read probably a little too early because, you know, I can always give you too much information. Hey, ask me what time it is. I'll tell you how to make a watch, okay? That's what my wife will say, and she's probably right. So, Bringing America Together Again, copyright, J. in Washington. Okay. So my commanding officer for jump school was Colonel Leonard B. Scott, the author of Charlie Mike, June 12, 1985. It's one of my favorite books. If war may be said to bring out the worst in governments, it frequently brings out the best in people. Gives me chills. That's quote. So I bought a copy on my 18th birthday in 1985. Yep, December 15th, 1985. The day before our 5 jumps. So when you go to jump school, you jump out 5 times, okay, for graduation. We'd have to jump twice on December 16th and 17th. Our graduation jump was on December 18th. My parents were divorced by this time, and my mother and her future husband came out to Oklahoma to see me graduate from basic training and help me move across the base to AIT. That's advanced individual training. My father just happened to be on a business trip in Georgia and surprised me by showing up on the drop zone for airborne graduation. Those are the moments that people should learn to cherish the most. My dad was very proud of me. I remember what he said to me that day like it was yesterday. He said, "I didn't understand why you joined the Army. I thought you should have been in the the Marine Corps. But after seeing that, I'm very proud of your choice." Then, of course, he's a little like me, and he had to ruin the moment by saying, "It looked like these big birds started shitting across the sky." I replaced the word with poop, okay? That's why you got the morning poop. Thanks, ouch, fuck you. If anybody, no, that started shitting across the sky. Whoever told my dad about blood wings, where I say thanks, ouch, and fuck you. That's where they pound them into your chest. So, those parent moments that you don't realize. So you're an overactive child, you're moving and really doing a lot of stuff, a lot of energy, and your dad thinks you're pretty tough because he thinks you should have gone in the Marine Corps. Okay. But even when I went in the Army, I didn't stop with just going in the Army. I'm scared to death of heights. So if you go, well, if he's afraid of heights and he goes up there and he jumps out of airplanes, he must be somebody who's going to be daring enough to, go forward. And risk is what it's all about. And every day you get up, you need to risk. You need to take that risk. So if you're sitting there and you're going, why am I supporting Donald Trump? Or you're asking yourself any question. If you're enjoying the fact that Ron DeSantis is doing a great job with the free state of Florida, and and Donald Trump has attacked him because he's afraid of him. And I said that he's afraid of Ron DeSantis. He's going to tell you how he made him, how he's the reason that he's the governor, all this other stuff to try to take credit. And he gets a little bit of credit. But Ron DeSantis ran the state of Florida better than Donald Trump ran the United States of America. And that is the truth. So, please, if you're ever bored and you want to take a quick read of politics, getting down to why, it really kind of goes where David and I, why we get together. It's because we need to have people that represent Democratic districts and Republican districts that will do the right thing, get the job done. Remember our nonprofit. Our nonprofit is Bringing America Together Again. That's BATA 21. Remember, you can get in touch with J.N. Washington by text message at 689-800-4212. We are very happy to have John has just introduced to us a new graphic, so I'm going to put it up there. It's a little quicker than I expected, but there you go. Okay, pause it. Boom. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Those are our socials. That stays up there enough time. It's the blank space. Yeah, okay. I'll turn it off so you can see me. Hey, look. Must be cooler today. Got the New England plaid on. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to use this one because I want to say, thank you for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe, please. If you're watching on Facebook, please. If you're watching on Twitter, please. If you're on our YouTube, please. Later on, I will be putting this up on the other podcast. I think we have. It's going to be on. Oh shoot! It's already going to be on Spotify. Yeah. Yes, I got that worked out, and so we're going to be expanding. So tell your friends. Look, I'm going to get better at this, and I'm going to want you guys. I'm going to bring guests in, and those guests, I want them to be free speaking. And I mean, if you are a Donald Trump supporter, please come on in. I'm not. I have my opinion. You're going to have your opinion, and you can call me Rhino all day, but be prepared for me to explain what a Republican is. Because the history of the Republican Party is much better than what it's being portrayed as today. And the next time, let me say this. You can't say that the government didn't try to do everything in its power to protect the former Vice President of the United States. Now, the former Vice President of the United States sits in the Oval Office today. The former Vice President had the FBI on his side. And Hillary Clinton, when she decided to put out the false dossier, that was truly Democrats working against the Republican Party. But you media, you reported that like it was true. Listen, there's truth to everything, but not the dossier. But there was truth to the laptop. And now that the former vice president, is in the Oval Office, you're going to slowly roll it out. No, you didn't say anything. FBI didn't come forward, did they? No. But since Elon Musk decides he's going to buy Twitter, wow. Did we know that these businesses were in bed with the FBI? The FBI spent money at Twitter. Okay, these are not, you can call us all the names you want to, but these aren't conspiracy theories. These are now facts. We've seen the emails. We've seen the trails. So everybody needs to get a little bit smarter about what the government does and what they can't do. Because, the way I say it is, a little fear goes a long way. And you'll give up all the freedoms to be safe. And that's where Patriot Act comes from. And that's where all these things come from. And when the NSA is listening to your telephone calls, and now you're calling this traitor, and I'm going to say it, this traitor, you're calling him a hero, but he's still a traitor. I don't care. He broke the law. He's a traitor. But now we know that we were being recorded under Barack Obama. So Barack Obama never stopped it. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. President Obama. Don't get personal. Like, we have the vice president, the former vice president in the Oval Office. So have I even ever said what his role is today? No, because I really don't care. Look, I'm not one of these guys that say I'm a literalist. So even these name calling from both sides, stop it. It looks stupid. So that, since there's nobody here to dispute or talk back to me, I get the whole, you can turn the show off anytime because you can say, well, he's just full of shit. Well, I'm not full of shit anymore because here it is. Like, grab your toilet paper, wipe your ass. This is the end of the morning poop. Thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful day.